Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 He would go around Vrindavan recording the sounds of Vrindavan, all the
peacocks and things like that. And I come to his room, record, and immediately we get transported to Vrindavan atmosphere. So I think he's blessing us today. Suddenly, in a communal manner, we decided to do that because today we'll see many people will come and start singing. Because today name must be introduced, right? Gopakumar is telling this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savabhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Veshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
श्री राधिका प्रभृतयो नितरां जयन्ती गोप्यो नितान्त भगवत् प्रियता प्रसिद्धाः यासां हरौ परमसौ हृदमाधुरीणां निर्वक्तुमीषदपि जातु न कोऽपि शक्तः अनर्पितचरीं चिरात् करुणयावतीर्णकलौ समर्पयितुमुन्नतोज्ज्वलरसां स्वभक्ति श्रियम् हरिः पुरटसुन्दरद्युतिकदम्बसन्दीपितः सदा हृदयकन्दरे स्फुरतु वः शचीनन्दनः हन्तायमद्रिरबला हरिदासवर्यो यद्रामकृष्णचरणस्पर्शप्रमोदः मानं तनोति सहगो गणयोस्तयोर्यत् पानीयसूयवसकन्दरकन्दमूलैः भगवद्भक्तिशास्त्राणामयं सारस्य सङ्ग्रहः अनुभूतस्य श्रीचैतन्य देवे तत्प्रियरूपतः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनकारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you also, ISKCON Silicon Valley devotees, they are here. Thank you. Hare Krishna. While we are studying the journey of Gopakumar to different planetary systems, it's a cosmic cruise. It's a cosmic cruise, and we are going from one planet to another. I think people got that little later. So, thank you again very much for coming, and again thanks to the leadership here for giving the opportunity to participate in this yajna of doing some adhyayan, whichever way it is possible, of this beautiful grantha Brihad Bhagavatamrit. We know about a Goswami of our Sampradaya. He is sitting here, and he is known to be our Prayojanacharya, and he would stay in Radhakund. In fact, he was the one who all the way in 1535 got the land of Radhakund. And it was this land which later became useful when all the deities were taken from Vrindavan, like Govindev, etc. They had to go and stop in where? ISKCON Silicon Valley ki Jai. So they had to go to this place. This is Radhakund. And this Acharya we are talking about is Raghunath Das Goswami. And we know his Vairagya levels, 2000 onwards a day. And he is writing about Bade Gosainji. Who is Bade Gosainji? Sanatana Goswami. The Bade Gosainji, he is writing about him in the most wonderful book called Vilapa Kusumanjali, which now His Holiness Shivram Swami Maharaj will take out at least 9 volumes. He's working on the 5th volume. We have done the 4th volume, I think will be out soon. And in that, the 6th verse is Vairagya Yug Bhakti Rasa Prayatnai, that you are taking the Vairagya Yug Bhakti Ras. Bhakti Ras we know, what we feel when we do bhakti. But it's not alone, it has some samput of Vairagya. Apayan mamana bhipsum andham. Raghunath Das Goswami saying, I am andha. What does andha mean?
Blind.
Blind. Ana bhipsum. I don't want to drink. But he's apayayan. Apayan means like the mothers when their children are not drinking milk. They'll say, Tan ki shakti, man ki shakti. Bonvita. Apayayan. Now in US we don't know Bonvita. Tan ki shakti, man ki shakti, chikkari. So apayayan means Raghunath Das Goswami is saying, I don't know anything, I don't want to drink, I am blind, but this personality is apayayan, is making me drink. Vairagya Bhakti Ras. Why? Kripam Buddhir Ya Para Dukkha Dukhi. So remember we were talking about, there is a disease called PSD and PDS. What is that? Para Dukkha Sukhi and Para Sukha Dukhi. That's a disease. PSD, Para Sukha Dukhi. And PDS, Para Dukkha Sukhi. But we want PSS and PDD. What is that? Para Sukha Sukhi. Celebrating other success. And Para Dukkha Dukhi. That's what these acharyas are here for. And we will see as we'll elaborate on in the coming 3 more sessions later on, and today's session, that Para Dukkha Dukhi. Kripam Buddhiya Para Dukkha Dukhi Sanatanam Prabhum Ashrayami. I take shelter of Sanatana Goswami. We talked about why Vairagya is necessary. Because it's required. Vairag means Vigata Ragaha, where the rag is gone from the material things. And one of the commentators who comments on the beautiful Grantha which we must have heard about, Chaitanya Chandramrita by Prabodhanand Saraswati, he tells Vairag has a different definition. We talked about it the other day. Vishishte, special personality, Vishishte, Ragaha Yasya. जिसका विशिष्ट चीज में राग है, the person who has rag in the विशिष्ट thing, special thing. What that special thing? Papda. No. Baklava? No. iPhone? No. That's not vishisht. We have to peel the layers. What's the vishisht thing? Any guess? Paramatma, Shri Krishna. Vishishte ragha yasya sah viragah. So virag is a good name also. Somebody has a Janpatri beginning with V. Viraj is one name, common name, Gujarati name, right? But Virag is also a good name. Tasya bhavam vairagya. So his bhav is vairag. So vairag is the bhav of a person who has rag in vishishta thing. So this vairag is important. And that's what we saw in the first two chapters, right? The level 1 of the chapter 1 of the khanda which we are doing, the second khanda of this Brihad Bhagavatamrit was titled Vairag. Because Gopakumar and the person whom he is teaching, Mathura Brahman, did not stick anywhere else. As though they had a solvent. And this solvent didn't allow them to get stuck anywhere. This solvent was their mantra, correct? So the level 1 was Vairag. And we know it's important in the life also. In fact, there are some saints who still do, or at least nowadays I don't know, earlier they would do the bhakti or the practice of sitting in Shmashan Ghat, to see the naked dance of death. How the hairs sizzle, how the eyeballs pop, and it's scary. Nowadays, the Shmashan Ghats can be quite 4-star, 3-star. They may have vending machines and conference rooms and whatnot. So it's hard. Why that was required? Because a sense that we are okay with destruction is required. A sense that we are okay with destruction. Destruction happening at various levels already. One is Nitya destruction, correct? Body, khit-pit, khat-pat, isn't it? Destruction is happening. This is called Nitya Pralaya. What? Nitya Pralaya, daily destruction. It is the 6 vikaras of the body. First is Jayate, we are born. Then Asti, for a little bit time we stay stable, Then Viparimanate or Vardhate, the body grows. Then Viparimanate, it changes. Then what happens? It has to come down. 40s are the new 50s? No, 30s are the new 40s. Correct. And it is apakshiyate. It dwindles, isn't it? Finally, nashyati. So, this is Nitya Pralaya. And yesterday we talked about Naimitik Pralaya, correct? In the most beautiful way, how Brihad Bhagavatamrit explains us in the form of a story. So, we have 14 planetary systems, right? Below there are 7 Tal brothers. There is some shop, right, in US? Patel brothers. So we have 7 Tal brothers. Who are they? Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, then Patala, Rasatala, somewhere there. And underneath there is a Bila Swarga. And there is on the Bhu, the 8th level, also there is Swarga. California? No, nobody comes there. Alaska? Maybe. Switzerland? Gone are the days. Hawaii? Hawa mein ud gaya. Oregon. Where there is name, it is Swarga. Yeah. So Bhu Swarga is also there. Well, in the different Varshas, there are Swarga planets. But then Bhu, Bhuva, Swarg. That's the Swarg which everybody aspires for. Earlier. Nowadays they aspire for Mars. So, Bhu, Bhuva, Swa. And we know what happens. Every night of Brahma, correct? Every night of Brahma, the Shesh Bhagwan, well, he's a Jiva. Shesha, who is a special Shakti Avesh Jiva, he becomes very angry. I don't know, maybe he thinks, you, for one whole day, you have wasted your life not doing anything, no bhajan, let me burn everything. Maybe that's the reason. So 11 Rudras come out, they are angry. So with their heat, all the 3 planetary systems from the bottom to the Patal, all the way up to Swarga, burn. Then the heat is generated and what happens? Clouds are formed from the Garbhodaka ocean, so they drown all the planetary system. They come down and go in the Garbhodaka ocean. Quite a bit of pralaya, right? Now what happens to the top 4 planetary system? Which is Maharlok, Janalok, Tapalok and Satyalok or Brahmalok. These are operating at a different time scales. Bhulok time scale we know. 6 months here are 1 day in Swarga. And much more higher time scales are there in these 4 lokas. But what happens? The tawa is hot. Which tawa is hot? From the Patal to Swarg. So the people who are staying in Maharlok, they feel, dosa ban jayega. So they go up. Where? To Janalok. There also tawa is hot. They go up to Tapalok. Finally to Brahmalok. Brahma takes, enough. Let's go down. So he takes all of them, those who have not gotten liberated. And those who there are some who have gotten liberated but they think, let's stay for some while, see the entire thing again. So they come with Brahma down into the Garbhodaka ocean and then merge with the Mahavishnu. What happens to the lokas? Well, everything is also personality. They voluntarily come down along with the Brahma. So what happens? Nothing is remaining. This happens every night of Brahma. Imagine till 5 p.m. everything is going nice. From 5 p.m. to 4 a.m. destruction. Everything is destroyed. Next day we wake up and figure out what to do. So this is Naimitik Pralaya. And what happens at the end of the life of Brahma? Further destruction, right? This is called Prakritik Pralaya. So Nitya Pralay, Naimittik Pralay, Prakritik Pralay. And finally, if a particular jiva rushes out of this entire thing, which we're gonna see today, that's where we parked our Tesla yesterday, right? We parked the car yesterday. We are going out of the 14 planetary system. This is called, anybody knows? Atyantik Pralay. Totally end. No more coming back. Yat gatvana nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. We don't come back. This is Atyantik Pralay. And we are happily reading it. We are totally at peace with it, right? This is what Bhagavatam tends to induce in us, that be okay with destruction. Because daily, also, even if it is not Nitya, Naimittik, Atyantik, Prakritik, we are falling and tripping and destruction is happening, correct? Maybe in our relationships, maybe in our faith sometimes, maybe in our beliefs, correct? That's also destruction. So, our Bhagavatam talks about these different levels of destruction to tell us that's okay. In the womb of destruction is another opportunity for creation. In the womb of destruction, there is another opportunity for creation. Crisis is too precious to waste. What? Crisis is too precious to waste. You know who said that? Winston Churchill. Let's give him credit for only this thing. Other things we don't want to give him credit. So, crisis is too precious to waste. And therefore, we can call Bhagavatam as the Chronicles of Crisis. Not Chronicles of Narnia, but Chronicles of Crisis. It begins with crisis. Whose crisis? Parikshit Maharaj, isn't it? And should we therefore not say that Bharihad Bhagavatamrita is also a book of crisis? Everywhere Gopakumar is going, he is going through a crisis, right? He's stuck somewhere, somebody makes him king, and then he's saying, why did they make him king? Then he resigns, and he's living alone, then somebody else comes, he goes up, ityadi, ityadi. So it's a book of crisis. Bhagavatam also we see how Vritrasur was actually who? Chitraketu, big crisis, but in that crisis was success, isn't it? Somehow it is designed that way. Because if our way is towards an extraordinary thing, maybe some extraordinary thing should happen in our life so that we ask extraordinary questions. Otherwise, we'll be stuck with the ordinary questions, correct? How to ask extraordinary questions? Some people may have the sukriti from the past life, but otherwise, लातों के भूत बातों से तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं मानते. Okay, need not be translated into English. Everybody understood. So, it is required perhaps to open. So, though in the world we are building things, right? We build relationships, we build families, we do work. But in hindsight, or not in the hindsight, back of mind we know, this too will get destroyed. It's almost a paradox, right? We are holding two opposite things in our mind. Ambiguity. It's like the Lego, right? Make the Lego. But you know, your friend will come, Brownie will come, and then Lego will not be there. Or you make those castles of sand, right? You know what will come? Wave will come. Why do we do this? No. We use our intelligence to prevent ourselves from the crisis, but when it happens, maybe it has come to waken us up and to ask the meaningful questions. But then the question comes, how can I hold these two opposite things in my life? That I build while remaining, having an understanding, this too might get destroyed. So how do we hold these things together? That's the shloka number 1 today. It has been circulated. The handout today, which has songs and shlokas from the Mool Grantha, which we'll touch today. And you can share. Matta parataram nanyat, matta parataram nanyat, kinchidasti dhananjaya,
kinchidasti dhananjaya,
mai sarvam idam protam,
mai sarvam idam protam,
sutre manigana eva,
sutre manigana eva.
On Krishna, all the ambiguity gets resolved. All the paradoxes get resolved. So if we take shelter of Krishna, that strength is provided so that at the same time we create, but yet we remain sober in destructions. Why? Because maybe, as we discussed yesterday, you may ask, why is this Gopa Kumar doing all the journey, right? Ghum phir ke wahi aana hai. He shouldn't do it. But as we said, some journeys are meant to be taken. Some falls are meant to be experienced, isn't it? I remember when we were learning those. Call it bikes here. Why? Cycle. I was learning cycle and our cycle would have like 2 more Chaturbhuj. Cycle used to be Chaturbhuj. We were so stupid when we were learning, right? So we are doing the biking and we knew a person is coming right behind and he is not looking at us, right? So, dishum will happen. And we are screaming, Bachao! Inevitable thing happened. He hit us and thankfully there was a whole mound of sand in front. Direct hit. We went inside like a ostrich. Because we were acting like ostrich, right? But that was required. That fall was required, isn't it? Because oftentimes unearned wisdom doesn't help. Unearned wisdom does not help. It may not come to us at right time. It is like reading the book by reading the last page. Last page. I read the book. Why? I read the conclusion. Nothing helps. Borrowed wisdom doesn't help. So, Julian of Norwich, we quoted them yesterday. First there is a fall, then there is recovery from the fall, and both are the grace of Lord. First there is fall, then there is recovery from the fall. Both are the grace of the Lord, and that's what we are seeing in Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Crack, go forward. Crack, go forward, isn't it? So much so, His Holiness Shivaram Swami Maharaj has created a whole book out of it. It's called Sankalp Kaumudi. Now in the introduction, he writes 4 pillars of this Sankalp Kaumudi book, which is mirroring the journey of Brihad Bhagavatamrita Gopa Kumar. And I would like to give these pillars right now because you will see how they manifest throughout today's discussion and the rest 3 discussion. First, Sankalpa, what?
Sankalpa.
That means determination, an intention that I want to do it. Without intention, nothing happens, isn't it? Second, ekagrata. What?
Ekagrata.
Some sense of, in Hindi we call it simat ke bhajan karna, which means some sense of, okay, let's focus in this area only. They call it chanting without window shopping. You know window shopping? You may do, right? Chanting without window shopping, simat ke bhajan or ekagrata. Third pillar is Bhav Seva, or more technically, which Maharaj also describes in the book, Bhav Bhavit Seva. Seva, which is Bhavit, imbued with Bhav, feelings. Okay? And fourth is very important, which we are seeing, Kripa. What? Kripa. So what is first? Sankalpa, Ekagrata, Bhav Seva and Kripa. This will act. And with this, we enter our discussion. Level 1, chapter 1 was Vairag. We saw there was a Brahmin. What was his name? Name is not revealed. The character's name will be revealed later on. He was Mathura Brahmin and he went to a place called Prag Jyotishpur. Prag Jyotishpur can be translated as the Pur city of Prag, Eastern Jyotish astrology. And I was just thinking, we have one friend in Silicon Valley, I won't take the name. He often goes to that, around that area for astrology. Then we were just connecting. Yay, Prag Jyotishpur. In fact, now also there are some astrologers out there. And this Prag Jyotishpur, there was a deity called Kamakhya Devi. She gave mercy to this Mathura Brahman, and Mathura Brahman started chanting the Gopal mantra. Which mantra? Dashakshara Gopal mantra, not Ashtadashakshara mantra, which is given to us. How is the Gopal mantra Dashakshar? Gopi Jana Vallabh, and then from Shiva you take I, then Gopi Jana Vallabh plus I and then put Namaha. Because you don't say it in person otherwise. You might get second, third initiation or what you call fourth initiation. Then we get Ashtadashakshara mantra, same family. In Ashtadashakshara mantra there is clean, that Gopijan part remains the same. Then there is Krish plus I, Govind plus I, and then rest of the things. So that is Ashtadashakshara mantra. So he gets it and his journey begins from where to where? Pragjyotishpur to Ganga Sagar to Kashi to Prayag to Mathura Vishanti Ghat and then to Keshi Ghat. Keshi Ghat he meets this personality called Gopa Kumar, Prince Gop. And he's crying, but he's there for a purpose and he thinks, I have to reveal to him my own story, because only thing remaining for him is to get attached to, not so much to mantra, but to Naam. And the pratap of the Jagay is also very important. So he tells the story. Mathura Brahman came from east to west. This fellow went from west to east. He was born in Govardhan. And he met his Guru, correct? Guru gave him same Dashakshara mantra. So our Mathura Brahman is thinking, wow, same mantra. What happened to him might happen to me also. Commonality. And now if two Gujaratis meet, Kem cho? Majama. Ho gaya bonding. Isn't it? Long time back we had gone to Israel. And we thought, maybe I should run back. No devotees, I don't see it here. So fine, we are walking into their, Technion University, if you've heard about it. And there in the Prangar, I saw some Buddhist picture, like Buddha's pictures. What? That's close. That's close to Krishna, right? If Buddha is there, maybe Krishna. So I looked at the other, oh, Krishna is there. I looked at the person, he looked at me. Then it was almost like Kemcho Majama. So we did like this, he did like this. Then we both took out this. Done. It was like, those USB hair in the Avatar movie. Put it, connected. So they got connected. He is going from Govardhan to the banks of Ganga where he sees Shalinam Shiva worship. Then he goes to capital city. Then he goes to Purushottam Kshetra, which is Jagannath Puri. Correct? He is not satisfied there. He comes back. Where does he go? From the Jagannath Puri back to Govardhan, and from Govardhan he's there, but he still is not happy because he has had the maja of Khaja. Perhaps Jagannath Puri, there was no deity there. So even though he's feeling about the place, Sanatana Goswami writes in the commentary to this verse that later on, when he had gotten enough taste of Brajbhumi, then he will not leave. Now he doesn't have taste of the Brajbhumi, so he thinks maybe I should go back again to Purushottam Kshetra, in the middle, out of the frying pan into fire. Asman se gira, khajur mein atke. So he gets stuck with some worshippers who wants to tell him that which worship is good? The worship to go to Swarga. So from the banks of Ganga in the middle, he was not intending to go there, but was intending to go where? To Purushottam Kshetra, Atak gaye. That's why it is very important to whose Vani we give heart also. See, one level of understanding is, if the mithai wala has diabetes, kya farak padta hai? Hum to kha sakte. If the mithai wala has diabetes, he cannot eat his baklava. We will eat it, no problem. That means we should have no problem in hearing from anybody. We'll figure it out what we have to take and what we have not to take. Not that, Arey Baba, he came 2 years after me, why should I hear him? No, not like that. However, a second consideration is also important. Whose message we take it seriously in the heart too. So here he gets lost, one sense, goes to Swarga, and then we saw the entire cosmic journey, right? Swarga to Mahaloka, a cruise excursion, right? To Janaloka, comes back again, then goes to Tapaloka, then goes to Brahmaloka. In the Tapaloka, in the Tapaloka, remember there was a discussion in which Pippalayana told, you can't see the Lord with your naked eyes. You have to see only in the mind. And hither udhar, like in the colleges we see people frolicking here and there. In Tapaloka nobody could be seen. Why? Because everybody is hiding and doing meditation. And these Prajapatis, or rather these saints, Tapasvis of Tapaloka told him, we understand you still want to see something. So go to the Gandhamandhara mountain of Bharatvarsha. There you will see a Jugal Swarup doing tapasya. You know the name of that? Narayan Rishi. Wow, now I'll go. But the thing is that Sanak Sanatan and Sanandan and Sanat Kumar are so immersed in the meditation of Lord, moment he comes out to decide to go to Bharatvarsha, one of them turns into Narayan. Say, ye kya hua? Then they keep turning into different avatars. So he just gets bewildered because there's so much tatatmya with Brahman they are taking, showing their forms or revealing their forms, and so he thinks maybe I committed an offense to them so that they were trying to show me a form so as to entice me to be there. Anyway, finally Brahmaji comes, he goes to Brahmaloka, and there we saw a debate happening, correct? Where Srimad Bhagavatam said what? Even the abhas of the name, if the Lord desires, will give you liberation. So we don't even bother about liberation. Mukti is a side step. In fact, Sripad Sankaracharya also, if we read between the lines, we may find that he is also talking the same thing. In one of his Prarthana Shatpadi, he talks about that even when there is Bhed Apagame, when the Bhed is gone, we believe as Vaishnavas, Jivas will always be different from Bhagwan. Vaisheshika Maharaj says it, right? There is one God and we are not Him. So we are not Him. Sripad Sankaracharya is saying, assuming that Bhed is gone in his philosophy, still, just like we say the waves are of Samudra and the Samudra is not of waves. Okay? Is this clear? Waves belong to Samudra. Samudra does not belong to waves. Samudra hi taranga natu tarangaha natu samudra taranga. It's a way of telling it. He says, Aham tava, main aapka hu, aap mere nahi. Kind of distinguishing, saying that you are bigger, you are the whole, and you subsume me. So even if we read between the lines of Shankaracharya, because he is Lord Shiva, we'll be meeting him today, just like, again a synchronous thing, Lord Shiva is here. We will be meeting him today, so Shankaracharya has to tell it. When all this discussion happens, he is being told, but we understand you want to feel what liberation looks like. So first go to Vrindavan. So all his stops are via Vrindavan. Maybe when he goes to Vrindavan, he gets a special energy. Chalo mana Vrindavan ki or. So we begin the chapter 3. Chapter 1 was Vairag. Chapter 2 was Gyan. Chapter 3 is Bhajan, worship. He goes there, but Mathura he says, nothing happened, because remember he has gone through the entire planetary system, so how many years would have gone, correct? Here, silently, a critical part of our theology is indicated, that these dhams, even they are Prakat dhams. Now Prakat dham Swarup is changed a bit, right? Bhavna. There's Krishna greens, there's NRI greens, there is Pushpanjali Vaikunt, there is Rukmini Vihar, there is Chaitanya Vihar, there is Domino's Pizza. Form has changed, but still the Bhauma Vrindavan, that aspect of it, does not get destroyed in Naimittika Pralaya, Prakritik Pralaya also. We have heard, right? Jagannath Puri Dham, there is an Ashwatha tree. Under the shade of that tree, even when Pralaya happens, Puri stays. How is it possible? All the planetary systems are in the Garbhodakaya ocean. Welcome to the Achintya world. Well, it is written in the scriptures. It is written here. We hear about Dham is Nitya. Even the bomb Dham is Nitya. How? I don't know. Maybe some wormhole through general theory of relativity. We do not know. So Dham is eternal and he could feel nothing has changed, but nobody recognizes him. Because they may have grown up, his friends who were there, or they would have left the bodies, etc., etc. So again he is enjoying what Madhavanand Prabhu says, alone in the crowd. What? Alone in the crowd. But he is not alone. Even if we are alone in the crowd, there is one person with us always. Who is that? Yes, more. Shri Guru, correct? So that's the shloka number 2. Akhanda mandalakaram, ye vyaptam yena characharam, tatpadam darshitam yena, tasmai Shri Gurave namaha. Guru Tattva imbues char and achar, the moving and non-moving. We just have to be receptive. There will be times where we will be separated from the Vapu of Sri Guru. Then what? Is the Guru gone? No. The mantra is there. Vani is there. In fact, there are memories of Srila Prabhupada when somebody came to Prabhupada and said, the mala is broken. Can you give another mala? So Prabhupada said, the mantra is important. Correct? Mala is just the instrument, agent. Then, we remember in one of the yatras, people dip in Radha Kund, right? Fine, they can do it. So one of, I think it was Janivas Prabhu, Pankajangri Prabhu, they asked him, I heard it from, they say, horse's mouth, or, those who were there. So why are you dipping it? So the person side devotee said, to purify it. So he said, was it not pure before? I mean, its name is, which is important. Think about that. So, Guru is always there. And if we are receptive, he will speak through something which we cannot even imagine. Srila Prabhupada was distributing back to Godhead. A chai wala told him, right? Or a person in the chai shop, tea shop. That nobody cares about these magazines. Write books. He took it seriously and went to Vrindavan. At that time, I think he was staying in. Anybody knows where he was staying at that time? Vamshi Gopal Temple. He had gone there. Vamshi Gopal Temple near Radharaman. So he started seriously writing the books. The first canto was written there in Vrindavan, isn't it? Which came in those 3 volumes. So, Shiksha or Prerna. Shiksha means technical details about worshipping our Lord, and Prerna means general inspiration. It is Guru Tattva which is providing us, and maybe he will speak through some other person, isn't it? So he's always there, he's always watching us. And here, the actual Guru who initiated him comes there. This is only the 3rd time he's meeting. First time in Govardhan, the Guru initiated him, correct? And no sooner he was able to describe what should you do, he became ecstatic and he left. Second time when he was in where? Jagannath Puri. In Jagannath Puri, he saw the Guru like in some utsav, but he perhaps was focusing on Khaja. And Guru went. Later he found the Guru doing what? Anybody knows? He was doing Naam Sankirtan. Alone. So Naam Sankirtan can also be done alone. Where sang means samyak, well done. Uchchaihi, loudly. So Guru then explained to him and told him something which almost became our mantra yesterday, right? Yat yat sankalpya bhovat. So whatever you will decide, nija mantram japishyasi. You will chant your mantra and decide with sankalpa, you will go there. That's what happened. He just kept traveling. Now 3rd time Guru is meeting him. And here what was Guru doing? He was unconscious. So the Shishya comes to the Guru, wakes him up. He wakes up, the Guru takes bath in. Where does he take bath? Jamna Maiya ki Jai. Takes bath in Yamuna and then tells by words, by gestures, different ways of worshipping, and gives another instruction to his Shishya. So shloka number 3 and 4. Jagadacha nijam sarvam, Jagadacha nijam sarvam, idam preshthayate dadam,
idam preshthayate dadam,
sarvametat prabhavena,
sarvametat prabhavena,
swayam gyasyasi lapsyase,
swayam gyasyasi lapsyase.
Jagada, he said. This is like Uvacha. Uvacha means said. Jagada is also Gad Dhatu. Said Jagada said, Cha nijam sarvam idam preshthaya. You are dear to me, te adam. I have given it to you, everything which I wanted. See, a characteristic of a good guru, teacher, acharya, they would want their subordinates to go beyond them, isn't it? A good parent would always want, right? Kids go further, further, further like that. Not like, wait a minute, you stay 19, me 20. Not like that, right? They move forward. So, Nijam Sarvam Idam, I gave you everything. And by this Prabhav, Prabhav means strength, mostly mantra. Etat Prabhavena Swayam. You yourself, Gyasyasi, you will know, Lapsyase, you will get it. This is a big lesson for us. In Marathi we call thamba, right? Gujarati में रुकने को क्या बोलेंगे? रुक जाओ. What do we say in Gujarati? रुक जाओ. हाँ? उबारो. उबारो. रुक जाओ. Which means, fine, we are dissatisfied with our level of progress, fine, but some level of dhairya is required. Time will reveal many of the things. So, he then explains his realization now, Gopakumar, because Guru spoke and again Gayab. Gazab, right? Gives instruction, Udanchu. We'll understand why he does Udanchu in this chapter only. So he says, Aham chatad viyogartam,
Aham chatad viyogartam,
manovishtabhya yatnatah,
manovishtabhya yatnatah,
yathadesham swamantram tam,
yathadesham swamantram tam,
pravritto japtum adharat,
pravritto japtum adharat.
In the absence of Guru, instructions run the show. Absence of Guru, instructions run the show. That's why he's saying, Tad viyogartam. Arth means troubled in his absence. Mano vishtabhya. Yatnatha. By force I was stabilizing my mind. And adarat, with adar, kintu adarat anudinam khalusaiva jushta. Adarat, pravrittaha. I became, now pravritta is like almost business. In a business-like mood, pravrittaha. What? Japtum, to chant. What? Swa mantram. What he has given to him. Yatha adesham. However he said. Now what happens? Through this small gesture of this interaction, what is indicated? Because in this chapter, from Vrindavan, from this bomb, he has to pierce all the layers and go to outside. Who can do that? Can we do on our own? Mantra can do it, and mantra comes to Guru. So it's Guru who does it. So that's why we sing daily. You play very nicely. We were doubtful that first thing which we sang, how it will come, but perfect. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sarma Bandho Moi Krishna Prapti Hoye So it is explaining here the third line. Jahara Prasade Bhai. What happens? E Bhava Turi दिया जाए. That's what is happening with Gopa Kumar in this chapter. We'll see. He will pierce all the layers. And then we will see that it's not that he goes there and says, retired for. No retirement. It becomes all the more active. And Krishna Prapti. Therefore, Guru Mukha Parma Vakya Jite Devori Vakya Arna Kori Ho Mane Asha Shri Guru Charane Ati Eise Uttama Gati Jivrasade Pure Sarva Asha Sadguran Viloke Kanne Janne Prabhu Se Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito Prema Bhakti Jhaute Avidya Vinasa Gati Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. That's what he said. What did he say? Yatha Sarvam Etat Prabhavena Swayam Gyasya Silapsyase Divya Gyan. So now magic happens. He's chanting and then he sees himself being lifted up and all those Tal brothers, all the Bhuva where Tal brothers is already up. Then Mahalok, Janalok, Tapalok, Brahmalok, he sees them as masses of illusion. He's passing them. Earlier he was stopping and checking out, right? But now he's not interested in checking out. He sees them as fine, fantasy. Of course, they are real, not fantasy, but to him they appear to be fantasy. What happened in the first trip and this trip? In this trip, perspective changed. Perspective changed. That's why our acharyas tell us, read the books again and again. One Christian preacher says it, you can never read the scriptures enough. You can never read the scriptures enough. It's almost like, as we say in Mathura, you can never eat tasmai enough. You can never eat tasmai enough. You know what is tasmai? No. It is the kheer made of adhota doodh. So nobody calls kheer. Maharaj ji, tasmai to dalo. A new person says, tasmai namo namo ho. Tasmai, aapke liye. Because kheer is meant for everybody, so they named him Tasmai. You can't eat Tasmai enough. You can't read scriptures enough. There was a retreat going on some time ago by Bhurijan Prabhu. It was a brahmachari retreat. All the different brahmacharis from different temples had come. Some who were 2 years in the ashram, some who were 25 years in the ashram, and those who were 25 or 30 years in the ashram. Again, I heard from the horse's mouth. So they said, they were asking the question, right? When will this happen? When will that happen? So those who were like 2 years down the line, they said, hey, they have the same questions like us. Kuch nahi hua 20 saal mein. They literally asked Bhujan Prabhu, I think, hey, same questions. 2 years, 22 years, nothing happened 20 years, chalo. But what happened? Maybe the questions are the same, but they are not the same. The depth changes, correct? So, Radhika Raman Prabhu gave a wonderful seminar this year in ISV, must watch, I think, and the churning of the ocean of scriptures, and in which he talks about scriptural reading is like spiral. We touch the same things again and again, isn't it? Now in the bachpan, we asked mom, right, how to get 100%, right? If you were little bit in ISKCON at that time, you would say how to get 108%. So we were told, gao one thing, what gao? What gao? What do we sing in the childhood to get like good marks? Nobody knows. Jai Hanuman Gyan Sagar Jai Kapi Satim Loka Ujagar. Now we did it. We got the marks also. Now later when we hear this, we appear, this is a whole treatise on holy name. Why? राम रसायन तुमरे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा. फिर तुमरे भजन राम को भावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे. Again you read it, it will be very different thing. Very, very different thing. Same slokas of Bhagavatam. I mean, I'm so fortunate to be staying near Prakanda Pandit, Param Karuna Prabhu, and we were discussing that same things when we do the sparsh again, like we are doing the sparsh of Bhakti Rasamrita in the 1.1.11, and some of the Sanskrit thing gets missed out, and then we look at again and say, what? So Devamrit Maharaj calls this as state process. State process means earlier our state was this. So in Hindi we say, right? Let me change this kahavat. Pandit ki daur mandir tak. There is some other, you got it. So, which means if I am at that level, I'll grasp only those things. Seedhi si baat hai. I mean, if you're a child, calculus, can't do it at that age. Young age. I mean, your kids did it, especially. But still, state process. And when the state evolves, those things which were like ungraspable, non-graspable, becomes graspable. Isn't it? So this is what is being taught here. That now when he is climbing, he is feeling them as punjas of fantasy. So he goes all the planetary system, then he comes to the coverings. We know there are coverings on the under, Brahmanda, 8 coverings, earth, water, fire, air, then ether, then ego, Mahat and Prakriti. Alright, so he first goes to the first layer and it is Chakachon. You know, just imagine, we get confused in Macy's. Target. Name is so nice, right? Target you. Right? A Macy, make a mess out of you. So, we get confused here. What would happen in that first layer? He is describing that I entered the layer of earth and I just saw a subtler happiness domain which is much, much more than the gross happiness. And there, Dharani Devi is worshipping board, Varaha. And she says to him, Brajbhasha mein nek suruk jao, tasmai khalo, stay here for a while, can I give you some siddhis and things like that, but he's not interested. So one by one what is happening, he is going to different levels. Something is saving him. What is saving him?
Guru's mercy.
Or as Vaisheshika Maharaj says, KTTVG. You know this? Keep the transcendental vibration going. So next time you meet somebody and handshake, Haribol Prabhu KTTVG. True. Keep the transcendental vibration going on. So today you have full shoot. What is the full shoot? You can keep chanting. Just don't do loudly. Keep chanting in your mind or with your lips. I have no issue at all. Now suppose if some speakers may have issues, so you can hide the bead bag here or say in the mind. But keep chanting because isn't the instruction Kirtaniya Sada Hari? So why so serious? Keep chanting. And I won't. That's the lesson today. Today it will be coming. Keep the transcendental vibration going. In the mind we can chant, right? Because this is associative chanting. Attentive chanting we have done in the morning. This is associative. Why? Anytime I can be clean bowled. Correct? One of the saints would say, if before your last mantra chant, ended death, no aparadh is done, liberate it. If the last mantra you chanted, ended death, no aparadh is there. High probability, right? So keep chanting, so you may keep chanting. And this lesson continues him forward, he pierces the 6 more layers and finally comes to the last layer and Bapre. He is seeing wonders he has not seen, different colors. And he is trying to explain to Mathura Brahman, he's saying, I cannot explain, but I am trying to explain to you. Who is there? God is there, Prakriti. I mean, Mahamaya and Yogamaya, whichever way you want to see it. She is worshipping Mohini Murti. And she nicely entices our dear Gopakumar. That's the shlokas 5 and 6. Sasneham sajagadedam.
Sasneham sajagadeham.
Sasneham, pyar se. You know, even if you go to Macy, right? कितने प्यार से होता है वो. So, remember, now this is Prakriti, Sasneham. What is she saying? Yadi tvam muktimicchasi.
Yadi tvam muktimicchasi.
Tadapi anugrahane mam.
Tadapi anugrahane mam.
Mam tasya pratiharini.
Mam tasya pratiharini.
Do you want mukti? Please, I do. Yeah, be my guest because I give it. I am Prakriti, so I give the mukti. I give the mukti. So please, Sneham, I am telling to you, accept my mercy, or be merciful to me also. Then she gives the another vikalp also, which is the shloka number 6. You don't want mukti, you want bhakti? Okay. Bhakti michchasi va Vishnos.
Bhakti michchasi va Vishnos.
Tathapi etasya chetikam.
Tadapi etasya chetikam.
You want bhakti? Are, mukti is the servant of Lord, right? Chetika, what chetika means? Servant, what I am standing. Then Bhaginim Shakti Rupam Mam.
Bhagini Shakti Rupam Mam.
Kripaya Bhaja Bhakti Dam.
Kripaya Bhaja Bhakti Dam.
I can give bhakti also because I am the younger sister, na? Right? From Yashoda's womb, only one boy was born? No. Some say only girl was born? No. Boy and girl both were born, and that can be proven using some little bit Sanskrit thing inside the commentaries. So they are Sahodara. The Yogamaya is Sahodara to Krishna. So she's right. So she's enticing both. But Gopakumar is doing what? KTTVG. He's keeping chanting, so his intelligence is alive and he thinks, Devi Esha Gunamai, Mamamaya Duratya, Mamevaye Prapadyante, Mayam Etam Taratithe, Tata. He goes up, he doesn't give deal as he said, deal. But he's respectful. He understands every loka is at their own situation, and through this entire prakaran, what is described? Krama Mukti. What? Krama Mukti. Step by step. And how fortunate are we? I mean, just think, I don't know about you, sab vaat lagi hai. Things are messed up here. Yet in this messed up state, a mantra is given to us, chanting that we have, I think, less taste for those planetary systems, and we want mukti right here. Sadhya mukti, not krama mukti. Krama mukti is step by step. Sadhya means instant. Only one instant thing which is good. Rest other instant things may not be good. But instant mukti is good. Correct. So he now keeps going up and up. And he enters the Chakachond area, right? You know, whenever I hear this description, an Indian ad comes to my mind. So somebody is going in a dark land, right? And they don't have solar power, they don't have lamps. So light kaise? So people are perched up on the pillars and they have eaten chlormint. So then they will smile. Chakachok. Such a sustainable solution. So he enters into the Chakachon, the light, and his eyes are, that's what happened when we come from darkness to light, right? It is powerful on our eyes. That's what he's describing. Shloka number 7 and 8. He's now crossing over. What a glorious thing. Crossing Bhavasagar, right? He's crossing it. Atheshware chayatitya.
Atheshware chayatitya.
Purantam tadghanam tamaha.
Purantam tadghanam tamaha.
Tejapunjam apashyantam
Tejapunjam apashyantam
Dringnimilana-karakam
Dringnilana-karakam
Bhaktya paramaya yatna
Bhaktya paramaya yatna
Agre drishti prasarayan
Agre drishti prasarayan
Surya koti pratikasham
Surya koti pratikasham
Apashyam parameshwaram.
Apashyam
So
parameshwaram
he's saying, I'm crossing Atitya. What? Durantam. You know, that Prakriti thing. In fact, before when we entered into the layer of earth, he was seeing everything blue color. It was the color of the Lord, so he got attracted. So, but in the end, he realized it is Durantam Tad Ghanam Tama. It is after all ignorance. He crosses it and comes to Teja Punjam. Think of Chlorment. Teja Punjam. Punjam. He saw Apashyan, but his eyes were closing. Dring Nimilan. They were closing. But he had bhakti in the heart. Even if he is coming to the Mukti land, he is thinking, Koi to hoga. Somebody must be there, isn't it? That's only possible by bhakti. Bhakti is this radical personalist philosophy in which we think every object has person, correct? Rivers are person, trees are person. So what about the person? It tells us therefore to be careful in the dealings. If sparks are coming out between two people, maybe you can go further, but Adarat with Adar. Of course, he is a Vaishnava. Acharyas tell us that this statement must not come in our life. What? I cannot stand this Vaishnava. I cannot stand this Vaishnava. No, why you can't stand? Krishna is standing inside his heart. So, dur se pranam. Khitpit ho raha hai, dur se pranam. From a distance we can do pranam. But this statement, I cannot stand this person, is a suchaka of aparad. Tadashmasharam hridayam batedam. Na griyamane yadina harinamadheyai. It is already telling the heart is steel framed. So, he is going there, he has bhakti. Little bhakti? No. Paramaya, mega bhakti, and yatnat, with force, is looking. Sometimes happens, right, when we come, we do some activities, must, rub our eyes, and he saw Parameshwaram. He saw Surya Koti Pratikasham. His effulgence was thousands, crore and crore of Suryas, suns. He saw him. So there you go. Depends on what is there in the heart, you will see that. So even if this fellow has gone to Sayujya Mukti land, he is seeing the Lord of Mahakalpura. This area is called, this band is called Chakachand band, Mahakalpur, and there is this Lord who is Vishnu's expansion, and he is seeing him with all the ornaments. Imagine that! Which means Mukti is not of one type. Our Acharyas describe Muktis are of four types. Even when you cross it. First is, you get merged into it and forget your identity. You merge totally into it and forget your identity. Like water flowing in Samudra, correct? Now which water is the stream water or the Samudra water? Is water everywhere, correct? First, Mukti, when you forget the identity. Second, where you sometimes remember, sometimes don't remember. It's happening with him. It's Chakachon, and then he again with Bhakti he sees that person. Then it is disappearing, then again he sees it. Isn't it? What is this like? When you see it, maybe not see it, maybe oil and water, sometimes mix, sometimes not, like that. And the third is where you merge but keep your identity intact. Perhaps that's like a bird in a forest, green bird in a forest. Ghul mil jata hai, it becomes one with the green forest, but the identity of bird is there. But we want the fourth. We take our identity, we keep our identity, but we do service. We serve the Lord. And that's what this fellow is trying to do, is serving with his bhav. So he comes there and he's trying to keep his identity, but he's failing. So that's the shloka number 9 and 10. He's describing his struggle there. So, it's a big lesson to all of us. Why we are told to be cautious of our association. See, if somebody has diabetes, we can eat his baklava. That's fine. But that policy may not work. Why? Because along with the words, the intention of the speaker may also be transported. This is called in academic language explicit curriculum versus hidden curriculum. Explicit curriculum is like F equal to BDL integral, correct? That's explicit curriculum. Hidden curriculum is what's there in the heart. And no wonder, therefore, that things rub on us, right? When we are in modern education, ain't it true? It rubs off. Then in comes the person worshipping, out goes the person completely thrown. That I saw it with my eyes. First day of IIT, there was a person, big tika, shirt and pant, bilkul like full sleeve up till here, checkered shirt, not jeans, pant. And now the arti, everything. And the room was checkered with all the devtas and devas. Fast forward 3 years. Shirt gone. Metallica t-shirt, black. Jeans there. Maybe haven't been washed for 1 month. And maybe he hasn't taken bath. Come in the room, there were some other devis. Posters. And I looked at the room, I said, well, these are like quite many cobwebs. Don't you clean? Prabhuji, no. At the time, he didn't say Prabhuji, he said, see, lot of machhar in Bombay. They will automatically get caught up. No need of all out. They'll be all out with the cobweb. Dandavat pranam, about turn and go. Changes happen because hidden curriculum. I mean, that's also one reason of homeschooling, right? Hidden curriculum. So, one has to be careful of the hidden curriculum. And that's why our acharyas tell us, we respect anybody from any sampradayas. We have no qualms, right? We respect the ants also. We respect the monkeys of Vrindavan also because they are Chaturbhuj. Right? At least now they need 2 fruities ransom because they are Chaturbhuj. We call them Om Hanumate Namaha, right? So can't we respect any impersonalist? We can. However, we have to have discernment, ascertain what we have to also take it. Because what if our service spirit gets destroyed? Because in merging there is no service spirit, right? And he is struggling with that. What is he saying? Shloka number 9 and 10. Are you with me so far? Okay. Kadapi tasminnevaham liyamano nukampaya raksheya nijapadabja nakhamshu sparshato muna. Sweet. Glorious is the master who doesn't leave the servant. Glorious is the servant who doesn't leave the master. So he's telling Kadapi. Sometimes tasmin in that whole thing, which is the effulgence of the Mahakalpura Lord, liyamano, I'm merging and I'm afraid, oh, what is happening? I'm becoming one with the Lord. This is something a devotee won't be digested at all. But anukampaya, he is merciful. What he will do? He will touch with his lotus feet. Padabja nakha. Nakha means nails. Amshu, rays. Sparshata, touch. It's like magnetic charging. Contactless charging. Sparshata from the amshu. Amshu means the rays of the nakha. Raksheya, he's protecting me. What? Protecting what? So that I don't get merged. Imagine he's doing there. Imagine how much we should be also careful. Like our service spirit must not get destroyed. Because that's the only sukha we have. You know, we sing this song in ISKCON also. Although it's not Gaudiya song. Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe. Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe. This is, not this one, there is another. I think this song, it is written by a Nimbarki Haripriya is the name, and the author's name is Harivamsa. He has written a whole book called Mahavani. And in Mahavani, there's a whole big section called Seva Sukh, which the Manjaris and the Gopis, their only Sukh is service. They don't want anything. They are like invisible, anonymous spot boys and girls planning the stage for Radha Krishna, and then they are out. So that's the moment. Seva Sukh must not be destroyed, and hence it's a lesson for all of us. That moment we see our Seva aptitude going down, alarm. Big alarm. Maybe catch a person who does the maximum Seva. Maybe who does the maximum background Seva. Maybe capture the cooks in the temple. Or the cleaners. Oh, I used to know, like we used to cook sometime and the cleaners would come and then the whole holi is there. Ghee, hair, and they will come and do all the scrubbanam mopanam. Maybe we have to catch them so as to what? Increase our service aptitude. So he goes there and he finds out what? Shloka number 10. Bhinna bhinnair mahasiddhai.
Bhinna bhinnair mahasiddhai.
Sukshmai suryam evam shubhihi.
Sukshmai suryam evam shubhihi.
Vritam bhaktairiva lokya.
Vritam bhaktairiva lokya.
Kadapi priyate manaha.
Kadapi priyate manaha.
When he has saved me, I would see people around him. Akele nahi hote Bhagwan. Thakurji is never alone. He is always with his retinue. So even in that area where he was getting merged, now he is able to see the Lord, and then he is able to see all the associates who are bhinna and abhin. They are of the same nature, but they are bhinna also, and they are mahasiddha. They are like the anshubhi of Surya, like the rays of the sun, and they are serving him. So his greatest fear became his greatest remedy, correct? His greatest fear that he should not merge became his greatest remedy that he should serve. Hence we can say our Gaudiya Vaishnavism, especially what has been given to us, anabhipsumandham, we didn't want, somebody came and gave it to us. Our Gurudev is radical personalism. What? Radical personalism. So much so, we can keep singing glories of Prasad. Correct? What do we say in the end? Sharira Vidya Jal, Jodendriya Tahekal, and in the end, last line? Parvati Jivati, then last line? Krishna Bododayamai, Karivare Jiva Jai, Swaprasadanamrita Dilo Bhai. Once Shivram Maharaj Ji read, many times our acharyas keep reading book, so they read Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I think Govind Charan Prabhu was telling that. They asked Maharaj, what's your biggest realization? I think Maharaj said, we cook and eat a lot. And with happiness, why? It's prasad. So, we should sing a song about prasad, telling that how much prasad is useful. Yaha devya prasad piyako. Yaha devya prasad piyako. Rad sat hi man mod badhavat. देखते ही है जाता है. माता जी कुछ देखते ही है जाता है. And पर सत पाप हरत ही को. पर सत पाप हरत ही को. While seeing you feel happy, and while serving only भी खाया नहीं है. While serving only, all the pap of the heart here goes. Amazing. We cook and eat a lot. Then पावत परम प्रेम उपजावत पावत परम प्रेम उपजावत भुलवत भाव पुरुष तिय को भुलवत भाव पुरुष तिय को. So when we saw Vaishnavi Maharaj always tells about this rainbow diet, right? We all have pretty much everything rainbow. Just by seeing what happens, मोद बढ़त. Second, परसत परोसने पर पाप चला गया. पावत परम प्रेम उपजावत. Then भूलवत, we forget भाव पुरुष तीय को. This is either we can say sattva rajas tamas, or it could be this sharir which is gross body, which is sthula sharir, subtle body which is sukshma sharir, and the ahankar which is called karana sharir. We forget that and get situated in the turiya or the vishuddha sattva, and that has happened many times. His Grace Mukundatta Prabhu, who stays in Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada's disciple, he mentions about he would go to Kalachandji's restaurant and he would find a person who would enter the restaurant but never come out, and many years he was on the altar as the pujari. Well, that's a true story. So let's not underestimate the power of what has happened on us. Bhagavat Rasika Bhavat Bhushan Bhagavat Rasika Bhavat Bhushan Tihi Chena Hot Jugal Jiye Ko Tihi Chena Hot Actually, I cheated you. This verse is describing the thing which happens to Piya and Piya. Who is Piya and Piya? Krishna and Radha. But by their mercy, it can happen to us also. So, here he comes there, a radical personalism, mantra is working, and tin 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 tin, some sounds keeps on coming. What sound? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Some personality has come, he is bilkul white, and on his lap is his wife who is golden white, and his Vahan better than any Tesla because it can talk. I mean, that can also talk, but that's Banavati talk. Hey, Grok. But there's a better Vahan because he can talk and he has bhakti. We told Grok, आज आपसे आपका नाम गांधर्वी का होगा. So Grok said, नहीं क्या? बहुत धन्यवाद. आज से मैं गंधर्वी हूँ. बोला समझ में नहीं आ रहा तुम्हें. So, but this person who is bringing this personality is special. Who is this person? Nandishwar. Who is the lady sitting? Parvati. And who is this person? So the shloka number 11, if you can play the mridanga. Karpura Gauram Tridasham Digambaram Chandradha Maulim Lalitam Trishulinam Ganga Jalala Jatavali Dharam Bhasmanga Ragam Ruchirasti Malinam Bhasmanga Ragam Ruchirasti Malinam. Gold like Karpur, saffron. Different scriptures define different way. Here is the color of Thakurji, Lord Shiva blue, but here Sanatana Goswami is describing him as Karpura Gauram. Then what is happening? Tridisha means three eyes, right? And then Digambaram, jahan pe to kapde, he is wearing something, but Digaram means destined in 4 directions. And then Chandrardha Maulim. Maulim means at the peak, it is half Chandrama. And Lalitam Trishulinam. Trishulinam means there is a thunderbolt, not thunderbolt, Trishul, trident. And then Ganga Jalam Lana Jatavali. Jatavali is smeared with the Ganga water and he is holding it, and then Bhasmangaragam. He is having all the and Ruchirasti Malinam. This is special. The mala is of skulls. Whose skulls? Departed Vaishnavas. Sanatana Goswami writes in the commentary, this mala is the skulls of departed. Can we do it? Surdas says, Ja pritam ko preet ghaneri so dekhi dar jaiye. If your lover has lot of preeti to you and your body, you are gone, she will be scared. We are scared of the dead body, right? But here is this person who is taking Mundamala of departed Vaishnavas. That's why he is Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Now Lord Shiva comes and he is getting too attracted to Lord Shiva. So the Vahan comes. Nandishwar starts explaining. And here we can really appreciate what Sanatana Goswami is giving to us. Even in the first book also he describes about Lord Shiva Tattva, because it is very sort of confused grey area and things like that. Because there are many, it's like operator overloading. We can use Shiva for many things. So first aspect of Shiva is the impersonal aspect. Why? Because we know this verse, Kshiram yatha dadhi vikara vishesha yoga sanjayate nahi tata pritagasti hetoho yasambhuta samupayati karya govindamadi purusham namaham bhajami. Dahi doodh. Is dahi doodh? Of course. Is dahi not doodh? Of course. So in that way he is not different than Vishnu, and because Vishnu has an impersonal aspect which we call Sarva Kalvidam Brahma, Shiva also will have. And Shaiva impersonalists meditate on this form. That's why you would have heard this song, Shivoham, 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 I am Shiva, which is almost like Aham Brahmasmi. That's the first aspect of Lord Shiva. Second aspect of Lord Shiva is this Lord Shiva who is coming from beyond even the Brahma Jyoti. That dham is Sadashiv dham. Well, beyond the Brahma Jyoti is not the right, but the words lose the Cartesian geography there. So it is even more personal dham. And there who goes? Those people who worship Shiva is equal to Krishna. Hari Haratmak. Hari is equal to Har. They go to Sadashiv dham. And Yadgatvan Anivartante Tadham Param. They also don't come back. Third aspect of Shiva, which we read in Brahma Samhita, is Shambhu, who along with Uma, Parvati in this world is the primordial generative principle, correct? And fourth is Rudra, who does the Tandav and destroys. And our understanding is Rudra is Jeev. Just like Shesh Bhagwan, one Shesh Bhagwan is lying on the ocean on which Vishnu is lying. That is Bhagwan. That is expansion of Bhagwan. But the Shesh which is underneath the Garbhodaka ocean which gets angry and holds the planet is actually a Jiva. Laghu Bhagavatamrit explains it in detail. So, Shivji has how many forms? 4. Impersonal aspect, Sadashiv, Shambhu and Rudra. So in the Sadashiv form, he is Lord Krishna in that Abhin, Bhin and Abhin. And so, if one goes there, but still is not satisfied, Lord Shiva will direct him to Krishna. And hasn't it happened in the Itihas? Many Shiva Bhakta, when they were looking, Oh Babulnath, is there something above you? Near the Chopati, Girgaon Chopati beach, there is this age-old temple called Babulnath temple. They say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there and danced. It's on the hill. Very near it are also hanging gardens. Hanging gardens. So many devotees have said they were devotees of Babulnath. But Babulnath Kripa, they became devotees of Gopinath. And there's an ISKCON temple, Radha Gopinath Mandir, very near to Babulnath. Actually, many have said that. In fact, in our ashram, there is a joke. Between Babulnath and Shambhunath, there is Gopinath. Only issue is Shambhunath is the Panwala. Babulnath and Shambhunath. So, if you can get directed, and that's what Nandi is saying. Nandi is saying he is very dear to the Vaishnavas. Now, what's happening? All characters are playing their role, isn't it? Nandi is playing the role. This is a special personality. He is Vaishnavanam Agragarnyam, right? And if you get his mercy, it will be beneficial to you. So what happens? Shiva starts to know that he is attracted towards me, so he releases his mercy, and Gopakumar finds him to be not different than his deity, which is Madan Gopal. But there is a love and hate happening here. Because he cannot really map Madan Gopal on Lord Shiva. He feels that it's not different, but then he feels I'm still not feeling he is exactly equal to Madan Gopal. And he's now thinking. So these are the bhav of the devotees thinking, because of darshan of Lord Shiva, maybe I've forgotten Madan Gopal's lotus feet. So that's why I'm not able to map them. So he's really confused. Now Rupa Goswami explains that why it may not be possible. Because Krishna has something which other avatars do not have. So even if Narsimha is also an expansion, he won't play the flute, right? In Vrindavan, of course, everybody gets the bhav of sweetness. So you can also place a flute near Narsimha Dev. But Krishna is Krishna. So the shloka number 12 for today. Are you all with me so far?
Yes.
Leela premna priyadhikyam.
Leela premna priyadhikyam.
Madhuryam venu rupayoho.
Madhuryam venu rupayoho.
Itya sadharanam proktam.
Itya sadharanam proktam.
Govindasya chatushtayam.
Govindasya chatushtayam.
This is the celebrated shloka of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, telling that Krishna has 4 qualities which others do not have. Leela Madhuri, he can do crazy leelas, like that leela we talked about, in which Madhumangal has a mouthful of chach and Krishna tells, please. No. Then direct projectile. Krishna's mouth. Leela Madhuri, you don't see Ram doing it, right? Leela Madhuri. Then it is Venu Madhuri. He is the special one. And then Rupa Madhuri. And finally Parikar Madhuri also. Parikar Madhuri means the kind of interactions he has it, and his associates are also special. Like Madhumangal, like Subal, like Lalita Vishakha. And now he's in the confusion. Another tin happened. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. More characters are entering, and these time they are 4 in number, and they are also having 4 hands, and they are blue complexion and extremely attractive. So much so that somewhere it says that the beauty of the Shaivites there is paling in comparison. So they come tin, and Shivji is like, Arey! He also starts dancing in a matta manner. This personality, Gopakumar, is now getting attracted to them like anything. But he's confused. Who are they? He's feeling like, will they ever talk to me? This is exact line. Will they ever talk to me, and will they give me mercy? On some pretext, they might save me by the mercy of their sidelong glance. Parvati is too attentive. She could feel, because she always acts in accord with the Shiva's heart, she could feel what Gopakumar was thinking. So she tells her son, who is her son? Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Deva. Then, Mahajaki Parvati Pita Mahade. Ganesh is described in this entire Sanatan Dharma as Gananayak. All the Ganas, he is a Nayak. And we understand him to be Vinayak. Correct? Vigna Vinashak, isn't it? And there is a shloka in Brahma Samhita, right? Yatpada Pallavavi Ayakumbha Dvandve Sama Viraja Vignan Vihantum Alamasya Jagatrayasya Govindamadi Purusham. In Vrindavan also there is a Ganeshji. If you go near to Baki Bihari and if you are saved from the Bid, then you follow further and you come to a land which is called Atkhamba. Aat Khambe. Kabhi honge? Aat Khamba. And there you have Bans and Novels of Vrindavan. You know about that? Khandelwal books. I'm not doing the ad. Hindi books. So you go front this way and you go this way. If you go a little bit front, you will come across a Ganeshji who is called Mote Ganesh. Yes. Yeah, it's called Mote Ganesh. What can I do? Here's Riddhi and Siddhi on the side, and it's a very Siddhapeeth because one of the acharyas of that place, I think his name was Dwarka Prasad Chaturvedi, something like some Dwarka Prasad. He just saw Vishnu and talked with him 4 times, right? Simple, right? Saw Vishnu and talked with him 4 times. So this is a nice place, but interestingly, if you go straight, you will come to Mote Ganesh. And if you go this way, you come to Chabbi Narsimhadev. So beautiful, like very nice, tall Narsimhadev, and his hair is also very silky and very, like peaceful tiger. Because in Vrindavan, you get the mood of the main deity, and the main deity near Narsimhadev is Radha Vallabh Lal Ki Jai. In fact, that whole area is called Vallabhagera. Why? All deities have surnames Vallabh. Vallabh brothers. Radha Vallabh, Jeevan Vallabh, Anand Vallabh, Radhika Vallabh. All are Vallabh. Vallabh means deer. So Narsimhadev is also deer, and near Narsimhadev who is Mota Ganesh. And Mota Ganesh is holding on the tusk whose lotus feet? Narsimhadev. That's what this verse is telling. So even Ganesh has role to play. See, if from our tradition we have bequeathed certain devis and devtas, fine, if we do not have time to worship them, they will understand. That's the Ananya Bhav. But not like, hey, that is another. Correct? They are so special personalities. Look at what's happening to Gopakumar. Ganesh is saying, Ganeshji is explaining to him, these people are Sri Bhagavad Parshadas. Who? Vishnu Parshadas. Who is introducing him to Vishnu Parshadas? Ganesh Bhagavan. Amazing, right? The main Vigna is ready. He was going through Vigna. So it was removed. So shloka number 13 and 14. Ete hi mrityu kalepi jivvakre sotra bhatmava kathanchit sakridatena namabhasena cha prabho bhaktan krishna bhayapantas tanvanto bhakti mujvalam sarvatra vicharantyatme chaya bhakti kavallabha. Vallabha again came here. That was not planned at all. They are Bhakti Eka Vallabha. They are actually around. And they are inspiring other people to inspire us so that we can go forward. Sarvatra Vicharanti Atmechaya. Atmechaya. By their own desire, they are walking here and there. Doing what? Especially Mrityu Kalepi. They come so that at the front of our Jivva we are saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Either Jivagre or Shrotra Vartma, the path of the ears. Maybe it will inspire somebody. Hey, chant. Isn't it? We will be like, somebody will help us at that time, isn't it? They are helping. And for what? Even by Namabhas. By their inspiration, even by Namabhas. And we talked about one kind of Namabhas yesterday, right? Ale Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Ale. Hai jayego. It will happen. Namabhas. And what will do? They will remove us from Kritsna. Now this is a crazy word of Sanskrit. It is all Ra is Halan, Sa is Halan, Ta is Halan, Na is Halan. It's a Sanyukta Akshar with all Adha. Kritsna, Bhayat. Bhayat means all fear. Krishna means all fear. So that tanmanto, it will spread bhakti. These are all mercy of who? These are words of Ganeshji, and Ganeshji saying, if you receive a little bit or full mercy of my father, you will hear glories of Vaikuntha and go there to see them for yourself. Now, Shivji was dancing. He figures out that Gopa Kumar, by hearing this, has fainted. So Mahadev gets him up. Can I tell you a secret? Me and my wife also want to go there. It's a perfect place because Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, and he's Abhin also. But it can be only achieved when Hari is merciful. Then he explains about himself. He says that, the level of Brahma, even beyond is the level of my level. And finally, even beyond my level is the level of the Vishnu Dutas. Then he looks around. See, this is a whole vivid description. Talking is happening, there is a plot, but in the plot we are made privy to deeper secrets. So Shivji looks around. Which area they are standing, by the way? Mahakalpura. So they are still there. All the tin is happening there only. So they are talking the Mahakalpura, and Shivji tells them, see, this is the Sayujya Mukti, where people merge and forgets themselves. But you are Brajvasi. You are worshipper of mantra. Even here, you have not forgotten Supreme Lord. Vishnu Dutas hear this and say, Shivji, only a person like you could have said this. So now what is happening here? Conversation is happening where Vishnu Dutas look at Shivji, glorifying him, celebrating others, right? Glorifying him that only you could have done it. And then they look at Gopakumar. And now a big secret is revealed. They tell, oh, Brahmana born in the country of Gauda on the banks of the Ganges. No, he's talking to him that you are a Gopakumar, a Govardhan Vaishnava, but there was a Brahmana born in Gauda region. Anybody familiar with Gauda region? That's where Mayapur is. He was a first class Brahmana and his name was Jayant. He was a Mathura Brahman only, but born there. His name was Jayant. Actually, he's avatar of Krishna and he is your Guru. What happened here? The revelation about the Guru is given. Abhi tak there was no name of the Guru. It was just that particular Brahmana. Now here Vishnu Dutas are revealing, ordinary nahi hai. In fact, the relation between us and our Gurus is even more sacred than marriage. It is arranged as it is revealed here by Spirit Vaikuntha, correct? In the next class or next to next class, we'll understand why is he saying he is avatar of Krishna. But for now, we assume he is avatar of Krishna and he has come specifically for you. This explains us something, that Guru cannot be fad based, right? External based, externality based. It is internal, isn't it? And now, Vishnu Bhaktas, after revealing about Guru, push him towards next level. Are you all with me so far? I am at 8:30 mark, but can I please take 5-10 minutes more? Yes?
Yeah.
Hari Bol?
Yes!
Because we have to close it. Otherwise you'll be hanged up there in Mahakalpura. We should come back to Vrindavan. So, Vishnu Dutas now start explaining glories of Nam, which we began the discussion today with, isn't it? They first tell them that practice Navvidha Bhakti. So we'll sing the remaining 5 shlokas together. Shloka number 15. Tesham Nav Prakaranam Ekanaiva Susiddhyati Sarva Sadhana Parena Vaikuntha Sadhya Sattamaha. They are telling, just practice one limb of Navvidha Bhakti. Nava Prakaranam Eka Eva. You can do one and perfect it. Is it done by our senses? We may think that it's just some psychological activity I'm doing by the hands. So they tell shloka number 16, Navina Sevakanam tu Pritya Samyak Pravartaye Nijendriyadi Vyapara Tayaiva Pratibhati. The new bhaktas who are just entering it will think that, hey, I'm doing it right. I'm chanting, I'm speaking, I'm hearing. So it is Nijendriya Adi Vyapar. Vyapar means dealing. Nijendriya Vyapar Taya Eva. By them only I'm doing. But no. Bhakti is eternal. Bhakti is Nitya Siddhasya Bhavasya Prakatya Hri Sadhyata. It is Nitya Siddha Bhav. It is given. We say that, right? Bhakti Lata Bij, Guru Krishna Kripa Pai, Bhakti Lata Bij. So it's a gift given to all of us. And in fact, are we chanting or is name making us chant? Think about it. Even with prasad also. Are we honoring prasad or prasad is eating us, as Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur would say? So at least in chanting we can be dead sure that it is given to us, and by somebody's prayers and kripa we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And in the next verses they say, but great devotees fixed in bhakti do not think the services they do to be the actions under their own control, but expressions of Lord's supreme mercy. Different thing. Are you chanting? No. My Guru's mercy is making me chant. That's the humility mood. We'll come to that in the 6th session, which is the climax. Ultimately, it all must end into Trinadapi Suni Chena Taroriva Sahishtuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. But Gopakumar has just heard from Pippalayana that Smaran is better. But now Smaran. So the Vishnu Dutas now reveal, telling in shloka number 17, Manyamahe Kirtanam Eva Sattamam Lokatmakeika Swaridhi Surasmite Vachi Swayukte Manasi Shrutau Tatha Divyat Paranapi Upa Urvaradhyava. He is telling, now this is the most crucial, maybe you can put more consideration as you are hearing, because Pippalayana has already told that Smaran is better. But here they are telling, see, some people think that Smaran is better because you are able to control your mind, which is like a mad monkey, high on alcohol, bitten by a scorpion, occupied by a ghost, monkey, mad monkey, bitten by a scorpion, high on alcohol, and bhoot is there. So you have controlled. That can be possible by Smaran. So Smaran is the best. No. They tell that Manya Mahe, we think that Kirtan is the best because it can control not only your, they use the word Lola, Lolat Makkaika. Lola means Chanchalam, Chanchal Man, but also Vach, which is your voice, and then other Indriya, plus Paranapi, it can benefit others also. So what has happened? They were thinking that Smaran is good because it can control the mind. And mind is the center, and all the Indriyas, they anyway depend on the mind. Vishnu Dutas are changing the equation. They are telling, wait a minute. If you do properly, mind is controlled. Indriyas are also controlled. Voice is also controlled. And you do benefit to others. Then they say, if Smaran is raised to the point of Dhyan, where everything is samahit together, then we can say that Dhyan is equal to Kirtan. What? If Smaran is raised to the point of Dhyan, Smaran is just trying to remember. Dhyan is Samadhi, you can say. I'm using the words loosely, but it means everything together. Then that's possible. Then we can equate both of them. So they say, then we can say Kirtan is equal to Dhyan. And Now they say that both of them add to each other. If you do kirtan well, you can do dhyan well. If you can do dhyan well, you can do kirtan well. But still, kirtan is the best. Why kirtan is the best? Shloka number 18. This is the problem with dhyan. What is the problem with dhyan? Ekakitve tu dhyanam vivikte khalu siddhyati sankirtanam viviktepi bahunam sangato picha. Vivikte means seclusion. Dhyan is only possible in seclusion. Sankirtan is possible both in seclusion and bahunam sangata. So therefore we tell, fully focus on Naam, and now the whole book becomes a whole eulogy on Naam. It's like a Japa retreat. So with many verses are spoken, we don't have time for that, but they hint at crucial practical to-goes for all of us for our chanting. First, Krishna's name must be chanted. Krishna's name must be chanted, that name for which we have feelings. We like it, or it's ruchikar. Interestingly, we have been given Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And if we are trying to follow in the footsteps of Brajvasis, this is Thet Braj mantra. Who is Ram here? Raman. Who is Hare? Radhe. Krishna, Thet Braj wale Krishna. Isn't it? So this is the shloka number 19. Sarvesham Bhagavan Namna Samano Mahima Piche Tatapi Swapriyashu Swartha Siddhi Sukham Bhave. Take the Priya Naam and Swa Artha Siddhi in a very peaceful way will be obtained to you. In fact, that's what we want. There was a saint, he would do parikrama of Chitrakoot daily and chant his 3 lakh names, whatnot. His guru came from Vrindavan and told the saint, do you have any questions? The saint was massaging the feet and he said, yeah, but nothing is happening. I've been chanting for so many years. The guru said, if something is not working, just give it up. We should not do something which just doesn't do anything. Moment he said that, that particular saint started trembling. He said, ask me whatever to do, but don't ask me leave the holy name. The guru pleasantly, lovingly slapped him and said, you have received everything. Isn't it? He has gotten attracted to the name. That's what they are telling. And finally they say, Pippalayana told you, you can have only darshan in the mind, but we do not agree. You can see Krishna face to face. Like Dhruva did, like Prahlad did. And Prahlad, even though he was seeing in the heart, but he really wanted to see in person. And you all saw the movie Narsimha Avatar, where on the ocean he opens the eyes and he sees some blue. You saw that movie? That was his first darshan of Vishnu, isn't it? And in fact they say that if you think that devotees, Pippalayana was telling him, they will look at Krishna in person and then close their eyes and see in their heart. Vishnu will say, that's wrong understanding. They are closing their eyes because they are too much crying. So they are holding their Ashtasattvic vikaras. So if your senses are purified, you can see them face to face, because darshan of the Lord is in fact the final thing. And that's our final shloka. Shloka number 20. Sarvesham sadhananam tat sakshatkaro hi sarpalam tadaiva mulato maya nashyet prema privardhate. This is the final satpalam, tat sakshatkar. So, honoring the request of Shiva, you must now leave this place and go to the place which is very dear to you, Mathura. What happened out of this whole thing, whole discussion? Name is added in his sadhana, isn't it? Hasn't it happened with all of us? Somebody gave us the name, we were sad, we were in difficult situations, somebody served us the name. So hence it is appropriate. He reaches to Vrindavan and we reach to this last song. Payo ji maine Ram Ratan Dhan payo. Payo ji maine Ram Ratan किसने दिया? Who gave this name? ChatGPT, Grok? No. वस्तु अमोलिक दी मेरे सद्गुरु, वस्तु अमोलिक दी मेरे सद्गुरु, कृपा कर अपनायो जी मैंने, कृपा कर अपनायो जी मैंने. The last verse of Bhagavad Gita is Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha Tatra Shri Vijaya Bhute Dhruva Nitir Mama. Where is Krishna in Kali Yuga? Yatra Krishnasya Nam. Wherever Krishna's name is there and wherever Bhakta like Arjuna is there, Tatra Shri Vijaya Bhuti. So where is Bhagavad Gita ending into? Name. Where is Bhagavatam ending into? Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranama Dukkha Shamana Tan Namami Harim Param. It's ending in holy name. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Our last chapter of Antya Leela is Shikshastakam prayers, ending in holy name. Brihad Bhagavatamrita first canto, which we did in Seattle, ending in holy name. So it's the conclusion. And then some of us will say, but what if it gets, depreciated? No. Janama janama ki punji pai. Janama janama ki punji pai. Jag mein sab khovayo ji maine. Jag mein sab khovayo. And it will not get depreciated. Kharche na koote, chor na loote. Kharche na koote, chor na loote. Isn't that true? Milk adulterated, paneer. Oh, there's a big thing going on these days. What will you do with holy name? I mean, will you add like few more Hares? No, it will still be Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It's the problem of our attention and bhava, but the mantra is mantra. So kharche na khoote and chor na loote. His Holiness Radha Govind Das Goswami Maharaj, we celebrated his Vyas Puja in Seattle, and actual birthday is July 16, which is Rath Yatra. And once he would, after Srila Prabhupada left, he was going to villages. In fact, his pranam mantra is also interesting. Namaste Prabhupada, Namaste Saraswati Deva, Namaste Prabhupada Deva, Namaste Saraswati Deva, Gauravani Pracharine. So Namaste Prabhupada Deva, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Gramya Desha Nistarine. He would go to Gaon, and some Naxalites came and they told him, give us what you have. This is true story. His, I think, Bhatija only was telling. And Maharaj said, I only have Katha. Such bold because what is Katha? It's all about name, right? He told him with full fearlessness, hear Katha, if you don't like it, shoot me, otherwise we'll see. They sat. And the disciples went, 300 to 500 Naxalites have become his disciples. Such fearlessness. The power of na, chor na loote, na loote. Din din badat savayo, ayo ji. Din din badat savayo, ayo ji. Din din badat savayo. I think it means at least 25% it is increasing. And this is the best strategy to develop affection to the name. If there is a person whom we want to develop a relation, we like to spend time, right? We would want to spend time, isn't it? But problem is we may do everything else except spending the time. Like in authorship, we say research about writing except writing. Research about cooking except cooking. Nobody does research about eating except eating. No. were eating. So there was a saint who was on deathbed, and he, true story, he's chanting as much as possible, right? His bowels are uncontrolled and messy situation. So some Mahan Pandit comes near him and he says, "What are you doing? Should take bath. Everything is Gandala. Look at east and do some, like we do that, right? Or the tantra mantras and pujas." So this fellow is getting scared first. "Oh, I'm not doing that. My legs are towards sun. I cannot sit. It's all messy. I mean, how can I do it?" Then he's seeing that this fellow is just putting conditions. So at some point this fellow said, "आप करते हैं कुछ? Do you chant?" "नहीं, chanting I don't do." "धन्यवाद. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram." So research about right chanting except chanting. We do research about chanting, we understand it properly, but then we chant. And that's why Srila Prabhupada is so nice. He right in the beginning gave us Sola Mala. Keep doing it. So, Sat ki nav kevatiya Sat Guru, Sat ki nav kevatiya Sat Guru, Bhav Sagar Tarvayo, Yoji maine Bhav Sagar Tarvayo. We'll see that in the next session. Naam mantra has tar, now Naam will take him to Vaikuntha. And then Golok, and the crying school of Vrindavan, but all with the name Meera ke Girdhar Nagar, Meera ke Girdhar Nagar, Harsh Harsh Jas Gayo, Ayo ji mein Harsh Harsh Jas Gayo. Happily, they are singing the glories of the name. Which name? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Harinam Prabhu की जय, गोप कुमार महाराज की जय, उनके गुरु जयंत महाराज की जय, वैकुंठवासी की जय, शिव परिवार की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Thank you very much. Forgive the 15 minutes overtime. Hare Krishna. We can take reflections, questions if we have. Hosts, is that okay? We can take some more questions. Yeah, we can take questions, reflections, songs, realizations, some name, and anything which comes into your mind. Kids are included. Yes, Mati. Devotional. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you. I have two questions, one in verse 6 and one in 9 and 10. In 6, it said that he's offered mukti and bhakti. Like, what is that bhakti?
See, this Prakriti is both Mahamaya and Yogamaya. So as Mahamaya, she is telling, well, you have to cross my land, right? Only if you cross my land, you will go to liberation. So I am in the control. She is Mahamaya, right? She is the warden of this jail. And as Yogamaya, she is telling, I am younger brother of Krishna. So she is trying to entice him to stay there. But Gopakumar is saying, Arey, who cares about Mahamaya, Yogamaya? It's under Krishna. Devi Esha Gurumai, Mam Maya Duratyaya. I will take shelter of Krishna. Got it? That's a subtle enticement. It's just how much more enticement would be there, we don't even know. There's just few verses to depicting that loka. Okay, does it help you? Okay, and then 10.
9 and 10, so you're telling how he was sort of getting merged and then he wanted to just see. So he has bhakti in his heart. So why is he experiencing the other side which a devotee would not?
Well, again, this is what is revealed to Sanatana Goswami, and we can also understand that he's on a state process. He's getting purified, right? And later on, when if immediately he comes after going to Braja, first of all, he won't even want to come there. And if he goes there, maybe Khatak, he'll see Parameshwara. Okay, so he's also on a journey, right? Does that help you? Thank you. You noted the verses. Thank you. More questions, reflections? Yes.
When you said about that devotee who was pressing his Maharaj, his Guru's legs, and then he said, "Oh, I'm not."
Nothing is happening. I'm chanting for so many years.
Yeah, I could just remember one thing, Prabhuji, which I wanted to share. Jayadvaita Maharaj, when Kadambakanand Maharaj was about to disappear, so he was not. It was very difficult for him to chant, and he would take whole day to chant. And Jayadvaita Maharaj was telling him, "Maharaj, if it's so difficult, you can please chant just 8 times or like 16 times, and it could be considered as 16 notes." And Kadambakananda Maharaj said that, "Please don't give me that instruction."
Wow, Harivamsa. That's amazing, right?
And Jayadvaita Maharaj literally was crying when he was sharing this. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So काम हो रहा है अंदर. Paneer is going, baklava is going. All things are going. काम हो रहा है. Things are happening. Just that, where is baklava? We don't see. Okay. So thank you. What else? Thank you for sharing. This is so profound. Hare Krishna. More thoughts, reflections, something which stuck with you, which you'd like to take with you all.
So, just something which is a new fact. I never knew that the skulls around Lord Shiva are of Vaishnavas. I've never heard in my life.
This is
So
revealed to us by Sanatana Goswami.
thank you for sharing that.
And go ahead.
And the second thing, you said one line when you were talking about Guru, like you said, this is Bhagwan, that Guru cannot be fad based. And that kind of stuck with me.
Yeah.
Would you be able to say a little more
It's
about
an
that?
internal connection, right? I mean, how to say, like, if X has done Guru, I have to do also Guru, that's a fad, could be a fad. If X has done Y Guru, then I must also do Y Guru. Think about it, it's a very internal relation, even much more sacred than most sacred relation, which is marriage. So it's quite sacred, so it has to come almost in a mystical way. And that cannot be explained, right? Okay, write a formula? No, it doesn't work. Does that help you? Now I'd like to add something to the Shivji. There is a 5th form of Shivji also. That's in an area called Shriji, in Badi Kunj area in Vrindavan. We talked about it, Gopeshwar Mahadev. The 5th form, it's unique, and Sanatana Goswami has a specific attraction to Gopeshwar. He would go daily. And yesterday, as we were saying, at Sanatana Goswami's Madan Mohan temple, he stays there. Gopeshwar is very far. Shivji is telling Baba, you don't have to come. Then he reduces the distance by half and comes to an area called Bankhandi, which is near Mota Ganesh, by the way. And he becomes Bankhandi Mahadev. And in front of Bankhandi, there is a special deity which is very sacred to Gaudiyas. It's the deity of a person who was Hanuman, actually Hanuman in Chaitanya Lila. Who was Hanuman? Murari Gupta. So these are Pishima's Gornitai, right in front of Bankhandi Mahadev. So I'm just telling you some geography. And very near there is also some shop called Go Raksha Shoes. Because in Vrindavan, shoes get lost quite often. So this is a shop where you can get vegan shoes, in that sense. Okay, thank you. More thoughts, comments, reflections? Yes. Anita Mata.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Sorry, I had to miss the first few classes of yours.
I
But
don't know.
no, I'm still hearing them. But I really love the Goswami set you've got.
No, that's our Param Karna Prabhus.
Oh, Prabhu, I thought you're from Vrindavan.
Well, they are from Vrindavan. It's from Govardhan, Sri Rup Seva Kunj of His Holiness Bhakti Vigyan Goswami Maharaj. You can get them in US. In fact, Prabhuji has 2. This is Utsav. Prabhuji has a bigger one also. And they are now supplied in US, right? Very beautiful. So, go ahead.
Prabhu,
In fact, the Goswami on this side is doing like that. In fact, ideally he should have something on his hands like a Shila. So he is Raghunath Das Goswami worshipping the Shila. Then the Goswami here is doing like this. I have to ask Maharaj about it, but this is Jiva Goswami. Then there is a Goswami writing on his raised Rupa Goswami. Then his Bade Bhaiya is like doing like this. Maybe he's discussing with the Brajvasi. Shadi ho gayi kya bachcha? That is Sanatan Goswami. And a Goswami here is having a book in his hand and he's doing like this. He's reciting every shloka of Bhagavatam in 3 tunes. And please understand, these 3 tunes are not like 19, 20, 21. Like sometimes we recite, right? Dehino sminyatha dehe kaumaram, 1 tune. Dehino, no, this person was expert in ragas. He would put all different kinds of things. Who is he? Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. And last is, who is doing the bells and worshipping. Who is he? Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Radharaman Lal ki jai. Ain't it wonderful, right? So Prabhu got that idea. We both got to bring it here. Thank you. Thank you. And also I would like to say that I think IC devotees are here, so they are inspiring me within the heart. These books are available. Brihad Bhagavatamrit. In 2014 or 15 they would come up with like this thick volumes. Now BBT has reduced them compact form, so 3 volumes are there. What we are studying in these 6 sessions are the last 2 volumes. So first canto comes in first volume, second canto comes in 2 volumes. And these are available in ISKCON Portland if any of you would like to. I made a mistake yesterday saying that Bhagavatam has 14,040 verses, actually 14,094 verses, but this has 2,513 verses only. So it is really rubbery. So you can consider having them at your home. Thank you.
One more question, Prabhu. Are there more verses discussing about Kirtanam versus Smaranam?
Yes.
Like,
Yes. So in Brihad Bhagavatamrit, oh yeah, whole section. I can tell you, we have the shloka number 13, 14, right? After that, beginning from 125 verse. So second canto, 3rd chapter, 125 around that time, verses towards the end. Everything is about glorifying name. First it is discussion between Smaranam versus Sankirtan, and then full on name. So it's very, very beautiful. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. More thoughts?
Prabhuji.
Prabhu ki jai.
Thank you so much for taking us to the Vrindavan. I think I really like the takeaway points. The building the relationship is, you make it very simple and it's also practical. We see in our own life also, like spending time with Krishna. And so, and when we go and distributing Bhagavatam to the people, we just request that, like, this is the medium you can have the spending time with Krishna by reading his pastime and picturize those. So,
Thank you. Thank you. Kunji? No? Come on.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Couple of reflections. Usually my memory is so weak, so I take notes. Childhood.
I don't believe that.
So when we write something, we put in a star, so that's something important. I'm just revealing my stars list. So I put couple of 5 stars, couple of 3 stars, and couple of 2 stars. So the number one which is like to me, to my heart, is our relationship between us and Guru is so sacred. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like for me, it's like 5 star, like obviously the top. And one thing towards the end you did mention, I never realized that we know, I mean, at least I know that the last verse of the Bhagavad Gita talks about the holy name, and I never knew that like every verse or shloka from various scriptures you did mention about Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Almost like every scripture stresses the importance of the holy name. That's so nice. And the other thing, like, with respect to 3 star, we catch a person who does the maximum service, so that way we get inspired to
He's
do
gonna
more
catch
service.
you.
I don't know much service. And the other thing is when you don't like someone, anything or everything, because we need to realize that there is Paramatma inside. That's a reflection. So, and the KTTVG.
KTTVG. Keep the transcendental vibration going.
That keeps inspiring. So, I mean, obviously, I've seen you many times. Like, I know you'll be done with your rounds in the morning, but you always hold mala in your hand and keep the transcendental vibration going. That inspires.
That's
Even
some two-type Buddha practice.
always, like, I'm thinking from the last 2 days, like, is it something going, or like, I didn't tell to my wife, but like always the rabdi, the agota, like only the food items are revolving in my mind.
Because we cook and eat a lot.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thanks
That's
a lot.
true, right? We cook and eat a lot. Kitchen religion, as they say. And in Vrindavan, you know what we will say? Bin bhojan na hoy bhajan gopala. However, that doesn't mean that we eat whatever and whenever. It's okay. We are trying to explain it, but we also should know our body needs, right? And 30s are the new 40s, 40s are the new 50s. So we take care, but certainly we are a kitchen religion. Okay? Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you. More thoughts? Mataji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The whole class was so beautiful. It was just like we were just immersed in the full journey of Gopakumar, and it's so. I love the most the power of Guru and sticking with the mantra. Like the way you explain how he traveled through all the lokas, and after seeing Shiva, and even before that, like the
Prakriti.
and so that was really powerful, like the holding to Guru and mantra, and looking forward for Nam now. I'm pretty sure, like when they are saying it is that powerful, and yeah. So I think those three things, like,
Thank you.
beautiful. Thank you.
All girls to Sanatan Goswami. We are just doing them Jugali of their Uchishta, right? Thank you. More thoughts?
Prabhuji, I was thinking about Gopakumar was very attached to the mantra, Gopal mantra, and then now he's very
Name is
attracted
actually-
to name. Is it revealed to us in Red Bhagavatamrita as to what name and like, and then he's like competing because he's so attached, like that Swapriya Nam when we talk about, if that's part of his Gopal mantra itself, and then does he need to do this also?
Yeah, we will touch base about it next time when in the coming session where we talk more about Gopal Mantra Upasana also. So both help each other. In Diksha Mantra kind of, when we do, it sets up the mood also. Our Diksha Mantras are actually sort of Vrindavan mantras. But we explained, right, why holy name carries a special position, because it's like a helpless, utter dainyam call, which is not there in Gopal Mantra that way. And Swapriya Nam Kirtya Jatanurago Dita, right? Uchchai. So Uchchai, that mantra will not come in the Uchchai category, it is holy name only. So both are Purak. We are given the Diksha mantras also to aid in the worship, correct? And it's not there in our line, again I'll expand that in the coming classes. Gopal Mantra Upasana is there in Nimbard Sampradaya art. Many of the saints there do not get up from the asana before chanting 100 rounds of Gopal Mantra. Now, every round of Gopal Mantra with good speed will take 3 minutes. How many hours? 5 hours. And by the way, after that they'll chant 64 rounds of Radhe Krishna, they don't have Hare Krishna, right? Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Sham. Quite a big upasana. Interesting, in our Gaudiya line, our acharyas have put more focus on holy name. Mahaprabhu did that. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur did not sit on Gopal mantra, we call it Purashcharan, right? Where one sits and chants for long hours, but he chanted what mantra? Hare Krishna mantra. So kind of our acharyas, our immediate acharyas have put in Gaudiya lines, other Gaudiya lines, there is a Gopal mantra upasana, 50 rounds, and then do Maha mantra. But our acharyas have given us that we chant as much attention we can muster. Our 70 mantras, right? We chant, we given 7 mantras, 10 times we do it at the 3 sandhyas. They are not only for like any simple purification, but those are for generating Braj Bhav. That will help us then to go deeper into the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and we do that with full focus. That was the Bhakti Siddhantas, Saraswati also focused, and Srila Prabhupada also introduced that. So Gopal mantra which we chant is not useless. It will aid, but Naam is required. Naam has that special thing. In fact, some saints say that if you have desires in your heart of some other things, Gopal mantra will fulfill it. So one has to be careful also. But with Naam, Katar chanting, it is for praying. See, much can be said, but I thought, is this helpful? Yeah. Both Anyonya will help. Yeah.
I think when you're saying Naam, you mean
Hari
reading
Naam.
the name loudly, because Naam is there in the Gopal mantra also.
But it is all ending with I, Vishnave Namaha, Nama Shivaya. That is formal address like Tasmai. Om Namah Shivaya means what? Obeisances unto Shiva. But this is very different than Krishna, Krishna. It's not Krishnaya. It's Krishna, Krishna. It's not Shri Radha Yai Namaha. It's not that. It is Radhe Radhe. Nobody in Vrindavan says Shri Radha Yai Namaha. They say what? Radhe. There's difference. It's calling out to your friend. That makes Naams really special. So even those who do Purashcharan, it's called Purashcharan, we talk about it tomorrow or day after tomorrow, this Upasana in which you hit keel, and you know what is keel? Or nails on the 4 edges, then you don't have to come out of it for 4 months and chant almost 220 rounds of Gopal mantra daily. You don't see the sun. Our acharyas in this line said, fine, focus, you chant your Diksha mantras, but shift the focus to Gopal Harinam mantra, and then we can chant it so loud that the other person gets woken up, or we can do Upamshu, that's up to us, but focus on the name. So see, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur changed the entire sort of focus to name, perhaps because Mahaprabhu also wanted that. And we see in the scriptures of our Goswamis, name is given quite prominence, Naam Sankirtan. Does that help you?
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you. Yeah, it's quite a tough, I mean, they even cannot clean the floor with cloth. They have to use some paper to clean it, and for 4 months they have to eat. It's quite a tapasya. Bhakti Siddhanta did the same tapasya with holy name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Haridas Thakur, holy name. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, thank you. More thoughts, comments, reflections?
Prabhuji, I just want to ask something. So in the lecture you said, watch out for your association because the intentions rub off.
Yeah.
And I just want to say 2 lines because we hear something similar in almost a lot of classes, how to be humble, associate with somebody who is humble. And whereas I've also heard that if you find faults in others, you will have those faults. So are these just behavioral or psychological recommendations, or they have any scriptural basis of like, or anything rubs off with whosoever you associate? Just want to have understanding. Like,
well, the second thing which you said, if you find the fault there may come to you, is what Dharma tells, right? In the first canto, Suchakasyapi tad bhavet. If you point something, you might get it. Why? Because we may meditate on it so much, our whole psychology becomes that. I mean, if you have authority, we find the faults. If you have to find the faults as parents or gurus, then move on. But if you keep pointing, it may come. So there is a scriptural reference to that. And Rang ka sang to padta hai. Upadeshamrit, what does it say? Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha Sangatyaga. Jana, that is Jana Sangascha. No, that is in the Utsaha Nisha there. No, isme Atyahara Prayasascha Prajalpo Niyamagraha Jana Sangascha Lolyam Cha Shadvir Bhaktir Vinashyati. Then again Utsaha Nishchaya Dhaya Tat Karma Pravartana Sangatyagat Sato Vrittehe. Why we have been seeing Mahaprabhu also says. However, these have to be applied first in attitude, because we also have to respect everybody, right? Again, contradictory thing, right? So how to associate while being respectful also. How to not associate while being respectful. That's an art. Does that help you? Thank you. More thoughts, comments, reflections? One word, Kunjali, no? Come on.
Thank you for the.
I
I really like the songs.
Ah, really? Which one?
The last one.
Payoji. Can you sing the refrain?
I don't remember.
Okay. Payoji maine Ram Ratan Dhan payo.
Payoji maine Ram Ratan Dhan payo.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. You have found, give it to us also. Any other thoughts, comments, reflections? Hosts?
Wonderful session,
Hare
Prabhu. Thank
Krishna.
you so much.
All glories to them. Hare Krishna. And your Thakurji who also came, along with his Tasmai. Thank you. Okay, we end here. So tomorrow will be level 4 or the chapter 4. He has come back to Govardhan. Now he'll go to Vaikunt. So he'll go to Vaikunt, and then every session there are 7 chapters, but the last chapter is more reference. So we're covering every chapter, and each chapter has 360 shlokas, some have 380 shlokas, so it's hard to compress, but we are trying to select the shlokas which are Siddhantic also, and you can take it with you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
So tomorrow's session is at Vijay Mataji and Raghavan Prabhu's home and Akshara's home.
Yes.
6:30 p.m. Please come. It's in Hillsborough. So please come and please RSVP for sure. Still not late for RSVP, so hosts can get an idea and prepare adequate arrangements.
Hare Krishna. And lot of thanks to Tunga Vidya Devi for a wonderful Mridanga, and both Prabhu and Mataji for like kartals. Thank you so much. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
And thanks to Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu and
Yes.
Aksharani Mataji for the audio, video and recording and YouTube live.
Yes. Harivamsa. Thank you. And thank you to the host. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.